make it official, I'm capturing every crack I'm surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog.
Look, ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in his dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mass shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through in the day of our king's reign. I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a
They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put billions of my actions. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact of them here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles and make it official. I'm capturing every crack I'm surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be, slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash, get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now.
You see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog.
Ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHAWADAH's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is dish served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mass shooters. That was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums.
From the OC, just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. Payback is a
All right. Shalom Israel. We are the Isupk, started out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHAWADAH. This is the Isupk Orlando Saturday class. I am your teacher, priest, and officer of 500 CHAANAK YAHAWADAH. Let's clap it up, y'all. It's going to get it in, man. Know what I'm saying? Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabrak Thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shemar Thabah Shem Yahweh to the sisters. How everybody feeling like that? Who that is? Trooper Kawanya Thumb?
Khan Adawan. Salam. Yabba Shem Yahweh Saba Rakatah.
Hey, Yahweh Shem Shabrak Kawa Thumb. That's what it is. Kawa Thumb. Kind. I get used to it. I'm glad I ain't got to say young man Clyde no more. You know what I'm saying? Most Son Christ for that brother getting his name.
I almost forgot. Yahweh Shema Elatah by Shemi Yahweh Shah to the sisters.
Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so we're going to get it in, y'all. You know what I'm saying? As we always start off with, is there any questions in the room or in the chat? Well, I'm the only one in the room, but is there any questions in the chat? Anybody got any questions that's on? Let's come on with it. Any questions? Any questions about the topic? Any questions about anything? Any questions about life, period?
Shalakia.
Go ahead. So, shalom.
Yahweh.
Hey, you have to start. What's going on, period? What's going on? All right. Hey, you got a question? I know you do.
If I can get your understanding, because somebody used this scripture to defend why they speak in tongues. Can I get your understanding of 1 Corinthians 14:2?
Okay, the brother say he got a question on 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 2. 1 Corinthians 14 and 2. Trooper Kawathon.
Khan Adawan.
Can you read?
Khan.
All right, can you give me that 14 and 2? It sounds like the brother at the slave, so he might be a little jammed up.
Khan. 14 and 2.
Right, you just started Yeah, you can start at 1.
Give me 1 minute. This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 1. Follow after charity and desire spiritual gifts, but rather that ye may prophesy. Verse 2. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto God. For no man understandeth him, howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries. Verse 3. But he that prophesied speaketh unto men to education and
Edification.
edification and exoneration, Salakia, and comfort. Verse 4. He that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifieth,
Edifieth.
edifieth himself. But he that prophesied edifieth the church. Verse 5. I would that ye all spake with tongues, but rather that ye prophesied. For greater is he that prophesies than he that speaketh with tongues, except he interpret, that the church may receive edifying.
Right. Okay, so you saying your question is, what exactly is your question, Tazarat?
My question was in verse 2.
Right, right. I know your question in verse 2. Like, can you ask your question again?
Like, you know, when you prophesy, like when you speak in tongues, there's supposed to be a translator, and they use verse 2 to justify why they didn't need a translator, and that when they speaking in tongues, they're speaking it to God and not to men.
And this person has to be a Christian.
Count up those times.
Right. So what they say is speaking in tongues is when they be shouting up and down the pews saying doing all that. And they saying that's the Holy Spirit within them speaking in tongues. Am I correct or am I somewhere around there?
You're correct.
Right. Right. So this has nothing to do with what they're talking about. Like they don't even understand what the hell they be talking about. I don't even think the Holy Spirit understand them when they be doing that crap. You know what I mean? So this is talking about let's get speaking of tongues. This is talking about like start at verse 2 again. One thumb, couple thumb.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 2. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men.
Right, stop right there. Hold on, right there. It said, "He that speaketh in the unknown tongue speaketh not to men." Keep going.
but unto God.
Mm-hmm.
For no man understandeth him.
Mm-hmm.
Howbeit, howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries.
Right. So when they speaking in these unknown tone in a Christian church, they not speaking words until even the Most High or even to men because nobody understand that gibberish. And for two, you got to understand this. This is the thing that you got to understand that you can always cut a Christian with. Do Christians follow the law? How do you get the spirit of the Most High, Trooper Tazarat?
Lucky. I mean, you kind of said that, following the laws, statutes, and the commandments. That's the spirit.
Correct. You got to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments. That's how you get the spirit of the Most High. Do they follow the laws?
La
So they not speaking in tongues to where the Most High can even hear them. Not let alone a man can hear them. Know what I mean? So this is not, they using this to justify because it says speaking in tongues. But when you remember, and I think it's in First Corinthians, right after Yahawah ascended and it spoke to them and he ascended to heaven and all the brothers were speaking in tongues. Do you remember that verse?
Khan.
They weren't speaking in tongue like that. They were speaking in each other language. They were speaking in different language to where everybody could hear them. You know what I mean? You know that breakdown?
Khan.
So this is not talking about, Christians can't justify themselves with speaking that gibberish with this. Because it tells you that, howbeit the spirit that speaketh mysteries. And, when it says, but unto God, for no man understanding him. It's not talking about them running up and down and shouting down up in the church. It's talking about them obeying the Most High and being able to speak, you know what I'm saying, with the what word I want to use? With the knowledge of these scriptures in the Most High, with the spirit of the Most High. You understand?
Khan.
But for more clarification, we're gonna hold that one. If I haven't made it clear for you, and we can get more on it when Officer Thabashah get here.
Khan, sir.
If it ain't cleared it up for you. But I believe that's exactly what it's talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because Christians like to say they have the spirit of the Lord, and that's what you gotta always understand. That's what you gotta always understand. You know yourself that they don't follow the same laws you follow. They don't follow no laws. So when a Christian come to you and tell you that the Lord came to them and told them something, and they got the spirit of the Lord, you can already debunk it and denounce that because you know that they don't follow the law. So anything that they doing is not of the law or of the spirit of the Most High, is of themselves. That's why it says, where it says, he that speaketh in an unknown tongue edifies himself. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I was thinking, like, as soon as Trooper
Kawatham.
Kawatham, as soon as he started reading, I ain't gonna lie, I started to get the understanding. But I guess it was because I didn't keep reading. Because
Right.
so, go ahead, sir.
Right. And so what understanding that you got from it? Because you could be right on it. You know what I'm saying? You follow the law. You follow the Most High. So you're going to get the edification of it. You're going to get the understanding. But a person that doesn't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments and doesn't serve the Lord, they would never understand it.
So, if I may, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
So a prophecy is something that is unknown at the moment. That's why they prophesy. So when you read verse 1, it says, but rather that ye may prophesy. And verse 2 is the context of that. So when it says, he that speaketh in an unknown tongue, speaketh not unto men, but unto God. For no man understandeth him, because he's speaking about prophecy. Howbeit in the spirit, uh, so like how
Salakia, sir, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Tuzzer Wop, you went out on the ending of your breakdown.
Salakia, so can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
What I'm pretty much saying is like the unknown tongue is the mysteries of the prophecy, and the tongue itself is just another language. So if if you correct me if I'm wrong, but if you speak in another language and prophesying, that got to be interpreted for everybody to understand what's going on.
Right, right, and that's you're right on it. Like only you can break down these prophecies. Only you can interpret what these scriptures say. Only those that serve the Lord. But people that don't serve the Lord and go and like Christians do, they can't. They only edify themselves. They are the only one that understand what they're doing at that point in time. Nobody else understands. You know what I mean? Nobody understand why they running up and down in the aisles. Nobody else understand why they speaking gibberish but them, because they feel like they have the spirit of the Lord. And you can't tell them that they're wrong. Only they understand why they doing that. Nobody else understand. We look at them like they crazy. Something wrong with them. But to them, when you go in, I remember when I used to be in church, and when you go in and talk to them, and I used to be around with my mom and them, be talking, well, sister, you had the spirit of the Lord. I don't know what came over me. The Lord just told me to get up and run. Now they running up and doing suicides in the church. For real. They doing suicides in the church and then get right in front. And this is how you know that it's all a facade. They get right in front of the church and the pastor and start speaking that crap. Because they want everybody to see them as like they're holier than thou, that the spirit of the Lord is truly on them. It gives other Christians inspiration to do the same thing. Now you see everybody else just popping up out of their seat doing the same thing. And what the pastor says, the spirit of the Lord is in this place.
Come on. Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
When I was a kid, speaking of now, but every time I think of that, what they do in the church, those crazy things, I could always go back to that one scripture that says God is not the author of confusion.
Right.
That ain't nothing but confusion in the church. Salakia.
Damn right. Give them a hand. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody don't understand what the hell they got going on. That's confusion. I'm confused. So why you running up and down in here?
Especially
You
when they
limp.
go
Salaki?
Salakia, sir, especially when they go to talking in tongues and all that old stuff you can't make nothing of.
Exactly. Because they don't understand these scriptures. Know what I mean? They confused, and they confusing everybody else. I don't understand why you came in here with a cane, but then in the middle of the service, you running up and down the aisle. I'm confused. You know what I mean? I'm confused. First you was hurt, now you're not hurt. So you kind of like answered your own question. Every time, that's all you got to do, Troop, is keep reading. Either read up or read down, and it's gonna come to you. Give it time. You good on that one?
Concert the water.
All right, I end the bar. Any other questions in here in the chat anywhere?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
Can I get an understanding of Jude 1 and 9? I want to know who the devil is in this verse. Is it the white man or is it Lucifer? Who is it exactly?
You said Jude.
Jude chapter 1 and verse 9.
Shoot, I think I don't even have that in me, but my book was torn up.
Salakia, sir, I'm there if you
Salakia,
need.
it's the book before Revelations.
Yeah, I'm jammed up on that one, man. I got to get me another sword, man.
This
I'm
is the
missing
book
pay.
of, this is the book of what? What did he say? Adawan?
Jude, the book right before Revelations.
Okay, I got it.
And what verse was it?
So like it was verse 9, chapter 1 and verse 9.
Chapter 1 and
I
verse
mean, it's
9.
only one chapter, but verse 9.
Verse 9 on it. Damn, I can't even. If you got it, couple thumb, you can go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 9. Yet Michael, the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disrupted about the body of Moses. Durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, the Lord rebuke thee.
That was it on that one.
Khan Adawan.
Start at 7.
The book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 7. Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities about them in like manner, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal life. Verse 8. Likewise also, these filthy dreamers defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignities. Verse 9. Yet Michael, the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disrupted about the body of Moses, durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, the Lord rebuke thee.
Yeah, this is talking about the spirit of Satan. It's not talking about the white man. It's talking about that same spirit of Satan that was in the book of Job when Satan went forth before the Most High. It's talking about that same spirit.
Salakia, so what is it talking about when it said the devil disputed about the body of Moses? Is it talking about because, you know, they couldn't find the body of Moses today or at any time? What is that in reference to?
Nah, la'as. If I can remember the. Hey, Shalom Shalom Brakatah, what's going on? Officer No One Y'all, you in here? Huh?
Shalom, y'all, Bashina Shabbat, you can hear me?
Oh, yeah, I can hear you now. All right. You familiar with this story too, right? Also knowing One Y'all.
Yeah, I'm familiar with this breakdown.
All right, you want to break it down for the brother?
Yeah, come with Kai, if I remember it all. Can you read it again?
Yeah, because what I'm remembering is this talking about they was the Satan was trying to say that Moses wasn't
Yeah,
worthy enough to go to the kingdom to go be with the Lord.
Right. Yeah. Moses. Basically, Satan was the angel wanted to give Moses a proper burial,
Mm-hmm.
like bury him, because Moses didn't make it to the land, but the angel and Satan was like having a argument on where should they be, like should we take him and bury him over here, or should we just leave him? And that's what's happening in this verse. And it's Satan and not the white man, because when the archangels coming, they not coming to have no conversation. they
Right.
they not
Right.
coming to have no conversation with the white man. So if you could
Right.
read the verse again from the top, so I could break it down. If I could, sir. Unless you
No, no,
want
no. You got it. You got it. Because I ain't got it right here in front of me.
come.
Con.
Salakia, sir, you want me to read it from what verse?
From 9, you could just read it from 9.
From which one? I'm sorry, Adawan.
Verse 9.
Verse 9. This is the book of Jude, chapter 1, verse 9. Yet Michael, the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disrupted about the body of Moses.
Right. When contending with the devil, they having like a argument, a disagreement about where they should place the body of Moses. Read on.
Durst not bring against him a railing accusation.
Right. Even though he's arguing with Satan, he's still not. The archangel still isn't talking crazy to Satan. He not saying like you mud effer. I'm gonna bury him here. He not talking like that. Because Satan, at the end of the day, he's still an angel. He's still
Right.
an angel of God.
One
Read on.
and if I may, that the Satan proposing the accusation against Moses
Right.
when Moses when Moses didn't listen to the Most High when he made water come out of the rock. He,
Right.
instead of giving the glory to the Most High, he received that glory.
Right.
And that was one of the reasons why he didn't enter into the promised land. So
Right.
Satan, as I'm hearing it right, Satan saying, well, I got a fault against him because he did this, so he shouldn't be buried with honor. He shouldn't be
Right.
buried like that. You know what I'm saying? He should just be thrown in his grave or whatever the case. But Michael is fighting for his honor
Right.
for everything else that Moses did. Salaki, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, count. You hit it heavy, sir. Read on.
Salakia. Um, the Lord rebuked thee.
Mm-hmm. Let me
Verse
hear.
10.
Yeah, go ahead.
That was the end on that verse,
Yeah, let me hear
Adawan.
verse 10. Let me hear verse 10.
Verse 10. But these speak evil of those things which they know not. But what they know naturally, as brute beasts in those things, they corrupt themselves.
Yeah, I think that's it on that. Do you understand it, Trooper? Tazara?
Salaki, yeah. Con, sir. I understand it. It's pretty much a argument about
Yeah,
Moses.
they having an argument on how Moses should be buried, and the archangel Michael is taking up for Moses, but Satan the devil is trying to say he don't deserve that honor. He don't deserve to be buried and with honor and all the things that he did because of that one mistake that he made. You know what I mean? So that's what they having. They having an argument. They having a argument about how Moses should be buried going forward.
Right.
Con, the water, I don't want.
But Salaki, one sec. Oh, how you doing? Salaki, yo, we got 5 stacks in the house. You know what I'm saying? I was a 5 weeks in this joint.
What's going on, sir?
Hey, what's going on, freak?
Shalom, y'all about some y'all YAHAWADAH.
Your thumb.
Shalom, Yabashimi Yawasabarakatah.
Damn right, damn right. So you got it. Troop Taza Rock, that's you got the understanding of that one?
Khan out of Wakan.
Did you want me to go back to the First Corinthians one? Or you good?
Khan Baba Kashar.
Okay. That was Corinthians 14 and 2, right?
Khan out of Wakan.
All right. Good luck, you, sir. If you could, the brother had he asked for a general breakdown on Corinthians 14 and 2. Breaking it down for him? I broke it down the best that I understood it, but I said if he wants sufficient enough for him, we can revisit it when you got it. Okay. So, you read it already? No, I can read it now. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 2. For he that speaketh in an unknown tongue speaketh not unto men, but unto God. For no man understandeth him. Howbeit in the spirit he speaketh mysteries. His question was on he was talking to a Christian brother, and they say they use this to justify them speaking in tongues. God. And I was telling him, like, nah, for one, they don't have the spirit of the Lord because they don't follow the commandments. Mm-hmm. So that's a lie. And what they speaking, nobody understands it, not even themselves. It's confusion. Right. So then the brother said he kind of understood that it was speaking in prophesying, you have to understand the breakdown to be able to tell it to the people.
Right. So yeah, I mean, that's basically, the breakdown of it. The verse that we actually reading actually go against speaking in tongues. If a Christian is using this to justify himself speaking in tongues, then he's using it to his own detriment. You know what I mean? Like, he don't even understand that this verse is actually anti speaking in tongues. Right? And the precept is actually in the chapter, I think. If it doesn't say get an interpreter or something like that, like a few verses down.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
So the pastor basically like shooting himself in his own foot.
There you have it. You're right, exactly. Kawatawa, you know what I mean? Like, he's shooting himself in the own foot because this is not even about pro speaking in tongues. It's anti speaking in tongues. Like, this verse disproves all of that BS. What they do in the church.
They not representing Yahweh the proper way by their Christian doctrine.
100%, brother. 100%. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to read that part, you got it. Also, Kana.
Verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
I would that ye shall spake with tongues, but rather that ye prophesy.
Right. First, what we have to understand is what is the definition of tongues in the first place? Like, well, what's the definition?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead, Akawatham. I heard you first.
It says the Bible uses the tongue as a symbol for what a person says.
Okay, that's close. That's close. What you had, Chupataza Rock?
It's your language or your speech.
100%. There you go. That's the complete translation of the word tongues. All right, it's synonymous with language. So the whole thing that Paul is breaking down, because you got to think about it. These are Israelites that's in captivity under different nations. So they're gonna adopt their customs, right? You have people that was spread out in Corinth, people that was spread out in Galatia, people that was spread out in Thessalonica, like all over that region. We were spread across the four corners of the earth, and we started practicing the customs of the people we was in captivity under. So you had some Israelites that spoke Greek, some Israelites that spoke Latin, some Israelites that spoke Syrian, some Israelites that spoke Amharic. What is it called? The Hebrew.
Aramaic.
Aramaic. There you go. The water word. Aramaic. You know what I'm saying? Like you have brothers who spoke all type of languages, right? So Paul is what he's breaking down here is how to make sure brothers get proper edification while you're speaking different languages, right? We coming together now today. Some brothers speak English, some brothers speak Spanish, some brothers speak Haitian, Creole, some brothers speak all type of languages. You're gonna have brothers that's gonna speak South African. You know what I mean? Shout out to Yeshaya. You know what I mean? You got brothers that scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, and we speak in all type of languages. Well, guess what? We can't be trying to teach brothers in different languages and expecting them to understand what the hell we talking about. You get what I'm saying? Like you can't expect them to understand. Let's imagine if we go out to camp and we just started breaking down the scriptures in Hebrew and the Lashon Kodash. People gonna look at us like we got three heads, right? Because they don't know what the hell we're trying to say. Though we can speak the language for the proper edification, we speak in a language that the people can receive it, right? So this is what Paul is speaking about, right? Continue on.
Come on. But rather that ye prophesy, for greater is he that prophesieth than he that speaketh with tongues, except he interpret.
Except he what?
Interpret.
Right. So there's brothers that's going to have different type of gifts coming into this truth, right? Shout out to General Hyman. That brother started out persistent on learning Spanish, and look at him now. He's like pretty fluent.
That's the first language.
Right. Like he's fluent with the Spanish now, you know? Damn.
Salakia.
Are we now there nowadays? Hold on. All right. Yeah, go ahead, Kawata.
So basically, the interpreter would be, like it says in verse 5, the interpreter would be the Isupk, which would be the priests and officers, correct?
Not necessarily, right? This is speaking in the literal sense, not in the metaphorical. Give me 1 second. Let me open the door. Okay, what you upset? Oh, good night. You got a noise complaint already, y'all. It's a lot.
Must have been on me. You never had nobody knock on his hand, so.
Right. Yeah. So, as far as what you just said, Kawatam, this is not like a metaphorical or like a spiritual sense. This is more so literal, right? He's speaking about when you come speaking in different tongues, meaning different languages, make sure you have somebody that can interpret the language that you're speaking for the masses to understand it. You know what I'm saying? So the people that you're speaking to can understand it. You dig what I'm saying? Right. That's basically what it's all about. Yes, I know.
No, I was just gonna say, like, that's heavy what you're saying, because it says that right there. The same thing you saying, it says it right. It says that the church, we all know that we are the church, may receive edify, like make sure that they understand what, like Alpha was saying, like this crazy. That's how you know that brothers in here, we have the spirit of the Lord, because we follow the commandments, and we can get the edification when a brother break these scriptures down. A Christian speaking and running up and down in them hallways and talking that gibberish, like you said, Tazarot, that's confusion. Nobody understands what the hell they talking about. So, like, yeah, so like,
nah, Con, you're exactly right, man. So yeah, I mean that's all I want to add to it. But good.
Tazarot, be good on that.
Con out of con, the water.
Any other questions?
Con, sir.
You got it.
I only got 2 questions, but can I get a understanding of Revelations 21 and verse 1? What does it mean by there will be no more sea?
21. Oh, 21 and 1. Can somebody read it?
Salakia, sir, I got it.
Go ahead.
I might have, hold on. Okay, 21 and 1, right?
John.
This is the book of Revelations, chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. Salakia, there was no more sea. Verse 2. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Verse 3. And I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God.
I don't like if I may. It's not talking about there's not gonna be no more like ocean. Is that what you're asking? Like is there gonna be like the ocean still gonna be here?
Well, Salakia, sir, I know that the earth is gonna still be here, and the ocean itself. But I'm trying to understand what what is that in reference to? What is it saying when it means there's gonna be no more sea? Because I remember I don't know if it's not last week, but the week before, I know sometimes sea could be described as people, as we had established last time. But what does this mean here in this verse?
You understand what that means? Fix that better. What I'm thinking, what it's talking about, is that this kingdom is going to be passed away, and everybody that's joined with this kingdom, like everybody that's not following the laws of the Most High, all with the earth that passed away, which we're talking about, like the kingdom, they're going to pass away with it, and then the new kingdom with Yahawadah, that everybody that's in the truth and was following the laws and stuff gonna rule the earth. That's what I'm.
That's what you think.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what it meant.
God. In context, I will have to get more clarity on it. But of course, we know that this planet is going to be here forever, the Earth. You know what I'm saying, and all its function. You know what I'm saying. But as far as like specifically what the sea will be in this context, just give me some time. And I'm gonna ask the men above me to get clarity on exactly what the sea means, if that's the wild with you.
Con, that's 2 hours.
All right, the water word.
Salaki, if I may ask my other one.
Go ahead.
Okay, this one is like, it's a little deep. I don't even. I'm gonna just go ahead and give you the verse. Second Ezra is 4 and 7. 6 is interesting too, but my question is in chapter 4 and 7, and my question, I guess, will be: is there water above the firmament with this verse in context?
That's Alex.
That's a good question.
It ain't anything have to do with space. You asked Austin Tyler. That nigga does. He done been up there before. Yeah. So he said second Ezra's 4, and you want to. He said this in 7, but where you want to start at?
Yeah, we can start up right at his verse, whatever you call for. Did you want him to read, or you was gonna read?
If he can read, he can read it. I didn't know if he was. I thought he was jammed up at the slave because it was some. But if he can read it, it's Torah.
God, you at the slavery tributaries rock?
I'm on break at the moment, sir. If you
Okay, are
need me
you
to
able to
read, I
read?
can read.
Okay,
Khan.
God, you got a word.
Salaki, where would you like me to start?
You can start right at where you had your question.
Khan.
Your phone cut out if you reading Tributaries rock.
Salaki, can you hear me?
God, I hear you now.
Khan. Second Ezra, chapter 4 and verse 7. And he said unto me, if I should ask thee how great dwellings are in the midst of the sea, or how many springs are in the beginning of the deep, or how many springs are above the firmament, or which are the outgoings of paradise.
So, of course, with the Bible, you know what I mean, there's science involved in it. You know what I'm saying? God is the creator of everything, so he knows how everything functions. So the first thing that the angel is acquiring from Ezra, right, if he can break this down, right, he's asking if he understands the depth of the sea, right? The mist of the sea, on how vast and deep it is, right? And we understand that majority of seas are connected to springs, right? Rivers and springs flow into what? The ocean, right? The sea, right? Can you pinpoint where is the starting point of every spring or river, right? And the beginning of their depth or of the deep, right? And how many springs above the firmament, right? What people got to understand is that we don't live in a glass dome, but we do have a protective barrier that encompasses this whole circumference of the earth. The earth is a circle. It is a sphere. It's not a flat surface. It's not flat. The Bible proves that it's a sphere, right? But also above that sphere is a barrier that protects it from outside elements, things that's in space. And what you'll find, right, NASA, when it first started out, it did not first start out as a space program. How many people know what it first started out as?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
They was trying to search out the ocean.
They were trying to search out the ocean, right? It first started out as a program to search things in the ocean. So oftentimes when a astronaut is training to go to outer space, they first start out with the ocean, right? The reason being is because there's many similar properties in the ocean that there is in space as well too, right? On how things move with no gravity, right? And how they're able to maneuver and breathe in without oxygen. Like if you look up the training videos, you'll find astronauts training in a deep, deep pool that they have in their facilities, right? This helps them get them prepared for space. You know why? Because space has a similar elements, right, as the ocean does. If you go to space and you take off your helmet, do you know what will happen? Right? If they take off their spacesuit in space, do you know what will happen to them in space?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Their bodies would explode.
Their body would explode. What else?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
They couldn't breathe.
They couldn't breathe. What else?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
They would freeze.
They will freeze to that. Why is that? Why is that?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Because it's cold.
Because it's
I don't
cold.
know why though. I don't know why it's cold in space.
Because in space, there's similar properties that the sea has. You understand what I'm saying? Right? The particles that exist in space are similar to the particles that exist in the sea, in the ocean. Right? When they go out of space, they wear these suits to protect them from all the elements that they're not able to to absorb. But before that, they go through training, intensive training out in the sea because there's similar properties, the same that there is in space. You know what I
So
mean?
like this, sir.
Go ahead.
If I may,
Mm-hmm.
even as well, before leaving the earth, I believe it's the troposphere. I don't remember which one it is, but one of the layers above ground, of course, you start floating up there,
Mm.
even before leaving outside of the earth.
Right.
So that's just all I wanted to bring out, sir. So like,
Nah, God, that's exactly right. You know what I mean? I think they even provide tours of that. Like if you have enough money, they got this special plane that they built that will bring you to the edge of space, like the like Officer Nwanyala just brought out, right? To one of the parts of the atmosphere that you get high enough in the earth that you begin to float in this aircraft, right? You're not actually in space, but you get the experience of it. You understand what I'm saying? Right?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
But they can't get to that third heaven like we discussed in a previous class.
Hell nah. You definitely can't get to no third heaven. You know what I mean? They can try all they want, but mankind don't have that capability. You know what I'm saying? But yes, you know what I mean? There is water, you know what I mean? The properties of water exist in space. You know what I'm saying? The same properties of water, right? What Ezra's is the angels is asking Ezra's here is not that the actual waters that exist, like it's not like you're gonna go up there and start swimming, you know what I'm saying? But they have similar elements as in they do in the ocean. You get what I'm saying? God,
Um,
God. Even in the creation story, when it first started out in Genesis, it says how the Lord, if we could
moved
get that.
upon the face of the deep.
Go ahead. What did it say,
Uh,
Officer Noah, y'all?
I was just about to say that, sir. I was
Yeah,
just,
go ahead. Go
like
ahead.
how the spirit moved upon the face of the deep or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. Couple
God,
con. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And how he divided the waters from the earth and made the planet. And then, like Officer Nwanyala said, you know what I'm saying, his face moved upon the deep. You know what I mean? He made where that firmament was that barrier. And above it, you're going to have those similar properties as in you do in space. You know what I'm saying? Above that firmament. You know what I mean? You're not going to have the same mobility, you know what I mean, like you're going to have with gravity on Earth, on dry land. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna feel no gravity, you know what I mean? The same way if you were to go deep enough in the ocean, right? Even with the implosion that they had recently with the people that was trying to research the Titanic, right? Y'all remember that story?
Couple con.
Right. They went so deep into the ocean, they end up imploding.
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
So it's really like they call it, if I'm correct, they call it the abyss. Once you get so far deep in the sea, where
Mm-hmm.
you have to have all that special equipment to get that deep down in the ocean. Because if you don't, like you saying, if you take everything off when you're in space, you freeze, you die, you explode. So vice versa in the water. Because if you know how to swim, you can just jump in a 6 foot pool of water, and if you go underwater, you're going to float right back to the top.
Mm-hmm. Right. Exactly right, brother. Exactly right. This is why they have all those special equipment, right? You know what I mean? Even a spacecraft is called a spaceship, right? The same way a ship that sails across the ocean, right? That craft is called a ship. The same thing, the one that goes to outer space is called a ship as well, because it's similar in nature, right? The elements and the particles and the properties is similar, right? So like Kawatam said, you go deep enough, right? You gonna eventually, you know what I'm saying? Like I brought out with the Titanic thing, they imploded on themselves. They don't have the the actual the capabilities to go that deep into the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have all the damn technology. You know what I mean? So the same thing they're trying to research out in the sea, they're trying to do out there in space. what I'm saying? But we don't even have the technology to go that deep into space as well, too. But you had that verse in
Book of Genesis.
I
think it's the verse 18 when he said what the Lord ruled over. That's the one you looking for, sir?
which one? What does that say?
The book of Genesis, chapter 1, verse 18. And to rule.
So this is going to be a precept to go on along with the creation as well, too. Trooper Tazarat.
Oh no, that's not it, sir. So like it.
Okay.
You want the one where God saw where he said what also known the one y'all said?
Yeah. Start at verse 6.
Okay. Genesis verse 1, Genesis verse 1, verse 6. And God said, let the firmament, and God said, let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters.
Let there be a what?
A firmament.
All right. A firmament.
A firmament. In the midst of the water.
Right. A firmament is what? Right? The barrier that we talked about. What would we call it today? What are scientists are classifying the firmament as?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
The abyss.
Not
like
really.
Once you get to that level, let me say it a different way. Once you get to the level where a submarine can't go no deeper, you need like highly pressurized stuff to get deeper down into the abyss of the ocean.
Right, which is true, right? As far as like the ocean, right? But now what we're reading about, we're in Genesis chapter 1, verse 6 as a precept to what we read in 2nd Ezra, right? Now, to get to outer space, right? There's a barrier that you have to break through. You know what I'm saying? And this part of the creation, this is what we're reading about right now. And what they classify it as is what? Do anybody know?
Salakia.
Go ahead. Was that Trooper Tazarat?
Yeah, it was also Officer Nomayala as well. Whoever.
I think, was it Officer Nomayala?
Nah, the trooper will go ahead.
Okay. All right. You got it, Trooper Tazarat.
That would be the ozone layer.
The ozone layer. Khan, exactly correct. The ozone layer. Right? That is that barrier that they break through in order to get to space. Right? This is what the Bible refers to as the firmament. Right? Something firm. A firmament is like a ceiling, right? That sits above you. Right? This is like a ceiling for Earth. Right? You can't really go past this point unless you have a high-powered jet with fuel and flames coming behind it to push his way through it. You understand what I'm saying? So the Bible saying, go ahead.
Oh, not to cut you off, sir, if I may. Just like when anything that comes through the Earth atmosphere, it catches on fire. Because it has to break through that firmament. It's so hard to break through it. So most stuff that break through it just catches on fire and just end right there. Like a meteorite, you'll usually see it on fire because it has to break through that firmament.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. Give the brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what the Lord created. Like, this is what we're reading about. But he created it. He created this firmament, this ceiling, right? Called the ozone layer in the midst of what?
In the in the midst of the waters.
In the midst of what?
The waters.
So what is this talking about then? In the midst of the waters, we know that the ozone layer is above us, right? The waters that exist that we know of, right, through human common sense is the one that exists here on Earth. That's the waters that we know of, right? But the Bible is just saying that the Lord created a firmament, and we just identify it as the ozone layer in the midst of the waters, right? So what is that talking about? Is it talking about something different other than what we know as here on Earth?
Salakia, sir.
Go ahead.
I gotta be excused. Gotta get back to work.
Oh, okay. Okay, fine. No slower. You still be listening in?
Khan out of a Khan.
All right.
The water.
God, more
Shalom.
time.
Yeah,
Shalom.
that's Shabbat.
Y'all got to God. So the waters will be what? What is that talking about? Right? The firmament that was built, that was made in the midst of the waters is talking about what?
Salakia.
Mm-hmm.
Space.
Talking about space. Why? Why is that? Why is it referred to as waters?
Because like how you broke down the just like in the water you float and things like that. You get cold when you go too low in the water, you get cold, you freeze. All the elements that's in the water is the same elements that's in space.
Give the brother a hand. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, that's basically the breakdown of Second Esdras, right? The waters, the springs that it's talking about is the same elemental properties that exist in the sea. All right. I know he had the slavery.
Right. So, is there any more questions? You want to entertain that one? I mean, we got to talk. All right. Ain't better. That's all right. Go ahead. I didn't hear what he said.
Yeah, I got a question, sir.
You got it, soldier. You got to also know why y'all.
Okay, Kawakan, sir. Matthew 24:24, where it says basically at the time wasn't shortened, they would deceive the very elect. I want to know how would they deceive the very elect? Would like that's just my question. Like, how would they have deceived us in Matthew 24:24?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, you want to break that down? You got that. That's what Matthew 24 and 24. Yeah.
Kawakan.
Are you able to read it?
Not live, so I'm on the road right now.
Oh, okay. Officer, Laos. Man. Trooper, Kavathon. All right, I'll read it. I'm going to start off with verse 22. Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or there, believe not. For there shall arise a false Christ and false prophets, and shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. You there on the one, Yalla?
Yeah, I heard the scripture, sir.
All right, so what you think they're saying?
Right, so verse 22 said, what it said, if the time is shortened for the elect's sake, for our sake, the time is shortened. But if it wasn't shortened, they would have deceived us. That's my question. Like, how would they have deceived us?
Okay, so like in verse 23, it says, if a man shall say unto you, lo, here is Christ, or here is Christ, or there, believe it not. Who is the elect first? Who is the elect that it's talking about?
The elect is the 144.
The 144?
Kawaka.
Is not the elect the children of Israel?
don't know, cause I'm thinking about the scripture that say in Peter's when he would like make your election sure. So when I think of elect, I'm thinking of those that are saved when Yahweh shall return, not the entirety of Israel. I'm not too sure.
Right. So, but what Peter was talking about is something else. Peter was saying, make your decision, like make up your mind. Make up your mind. That's not the same elect in this breakdown. And this breakdown is talking about how that if we didn't have the truth, we would still believe that Caesar Borgia is Christ.
Right.
We'll still believe that you could eat shrimp, crab, pork, and lobster. We will still believe in all the nonsense of the Christianity. You know what I mean?
All right. So the elect in this verse is Israel.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
So what it's telling you that, like, look how some of us, like, now, us being in the truth, we not deceived.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You can't sit here and tell also the one of y'all that Christ is not a black man, or that
Right.
he don't have to follow the laws to make it into the kingdom of heaven.
Come.
Good precept. Isaiah 45:4 says, "For Jacob my servant's sake, and Israel mine elect, I had even called thee by thy name, I have surnamed thee, though thou hast not known me."
Right.
Right. So, like what Stop said is that the elect is the children of Israel because what? He chose us out of all the other nations.
Right.
You know what I mean? He chose us to be his people from the beginning.
Come.
So when you reading that, it's telling you that Christianity, if it was possible, it would succeed as it had been doing for centuries, the Lord's chosen people. But without the truth, but with the truth, it's impossible because guess what we doing every Saturday and all through the week?
Telling the truth.
Right, we bringing out the truth. You know what I mean? And it's up to the people to believe it or not, but we still bringing the truth so that, our people will not be deceived. That's what they have been deceived for 400 years.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Come.
So hopefully, that gets you right on point. Hopefully that answers your question. But the elect in this one is Israel. And what has been, that's like what he said, here's Christ or there's Christ, like all these false, even that crazy nut job that be calling and cross the line, he said he's YAHAWADAH. What his name is? Tony from Mississippi.
Yeah.
He said he YAHAWADAH. They tell you Caesar Borgia is YAHAWADAH, but we know the truth.
Right. Come.
You good to go?
Yeah. Come. Throw on it.
Right. You know what I mean? Like it's basically in the verse, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna deceive us with that white image, you know what I mean? I do see a comment in the chat. I just want to see what it's talking about. Oh my bad. It's smaller. It says James 2:1-8, Peter 2:1, Ezekiel 13:1-9, Deuteronomy 18:10. All these comes from the real Hebrew Bible, the Lagrange Codex. You share your extremist anti-white BS. I mean, I don't know what you're talking about, Tony Tone. You know what I mean?
I
But
like it.
go
this
ahead.
this cat, he was in the other class with Magazar on Tuesday.
Oh
He
yeah.
he just a heckler. He not really about nothing. He ain't want to come up on the stage last time either.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. We're gonna leave it alone there.
Come.
All right. I was trying ready to fight. Nah. I think always looking for a fight. Any more questions before we get into this topic? Going once, going twice. All right. So if y'all got questions in between, feel free. But the topic of the day is, the importance of Passover. Why is the Passover such an important event for us Israelites? Like, what makes the Passover so important to us? Not only because the Lord said do it as one of the most high holy days, but why is it so important?
It's lucky.
Go ahead.
We gained freedom. That was us remembering the Passover could give us hope that the Lord could free us from slavery once again.
Right, right. That was us remembering when the Lord delivered us from our oppressors. When we became a real solid nation, the Lord's chosen people to be on our own and serve our power. You know what I'm saying? And that is very important to remember because throughout the Bible, the Lord always says, remember me, I brought y'all out of Egypt. I brought y'all out of captivity. I brought y'all out of slavery. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said, remember this throughout your generation. So with us doing that, the Lord made it a high holiday for us to remember the Passover. Remember when the Lord killed our enemy and freed us, like you said, Nwanyala, from slavery. Fast forward to the day. Why are we still remembering it?
Say that again.
Salakia.
Why is it why are we still remembering?
I'll let the trooper go.
Oh, I'm about to bend. Go ahead, Troop. You had an answer for it? Go ahead, Nwanyala.
So we still remembering the Passover to this day, cause like I said before, this is the only thing that could give us hope in America and in the land of our captivity. Well, just like in Egypt, we ain't have no hope, no other hope, but to have faith in the Lord. We ain't have nothing else. Like in America, we don't have no hope in America but these scriptures. Like even the Christians, they read the Bible, they still don't have no faith, but they know there's no other hope. So we all got to put our faith in the Lord. So we celebrate the Passover in hope and in faith that He could grab us out of captivity again.
Right, because we're in the same captivity that we were in Egypt 400 years ago. And that is the patience and the faith of the saints that the Lord is going to bring us up again out of that captivity the same way he did in Egypt. So we do that in honor of remembering when the Lord destroyed our enemies. And we praying that he will do the same thing again this time. You know what I mean? So who all don't know the story of the Passover? And why don't Christians celebrate the Passover today? Did Christ celebrate the Passover?
So,
Come crying. And how do we prove that Christ celebrated the Passover?
Luke chapter 22 and John 18.
Luke 22 and John 18.
Come.
Let's get it. 22. Or you mean Luke 2 or 22?
22 and 1. It runs down all the way to about like verse 10 or so. I think the whole chapter about it. But
Salagia, sir.
Mm-hmm.
I'm there.
Start at verse 7.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 22, verse 7. Then the day of the unleavened bread, Salakia. Then came the day of unleavened bread, when the Passover must be killed. Verse 8. And he sent Peter and John, saying, Go and prepare us the Passover, that we may eat. Verse 9. And they said unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare? Verse 10. And he said unto them, Behold, when ye are entered into the city, there shall a man meet you, bearing a pitcher of water. Follow him into the house where he entereth in. Verse 11. And ye shall say unto the good man of the house, The master saith unto thee, Where is thy guest chamber,
Guest chamber,
where I shall
where
eat
I
the
shall eat
Passover
the
with my
Passover with.
disciples? Verse 12.
One
And
says
he
that
shall
at a
shew.
time. Yeah. So how you get it back to speakerphone?
Salaki, can you hear me?
Yeah, one second. Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you, sir.
Khan Adawan.
It was playing through the speaker. I was playing through the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like it was playing through the phone rather than just the earphone. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that was because we opened up the room. Yeah, we still in the room, right?
If I may,
It's speaking. What you say? It's the same thing. Hey, say something. Somebody say something.
Lord Christ.
Salakia.
See, playing through the speaker. Can y'all hear?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Khan Adawan.
I just
It's
turned it
echo.
off.
It's echoing.
Can y'all hear us now?
Con out of one.
Salakia, start at verse 7 again. Salakia, we were trying to get things situated over here.
Whoever's reading. But yes, that's correct. That is a precept because Christ told him to prepare for the Passover. The Last Supper is the Passover. So that
If I
answers the
may,
question.
sir,
Go ahead.
I had another one. John 2:13.
Go ahead.
If the trooper could read it, he's still in the class.
Con out of one.
If you could get John chapter 2 verse 13.
Chapter 2.
Verse 13.
This is the book of John, chapter 2, verse 13. And the Jews' Passover was at hand.
The Jews what?
And the Jews' Passover was at hand.
Uh-huh.
And Yahweh went up to Jerusalem.
So this is saying Yahweh shall also participated in the Passover. This is in the New Commandment. This is in the New Testament. Why is Christ following an Old Testament law in the New Testament? According to Christians, the Old Testament is done away with. All the laws are done away with. So why is Christ celebrating the Passover?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Because it's part of the law.
Right. The Lord told us to remember this day throughout our generation and observe it. How do you observe the Passover?
Salakia.
Go ahead.
By being present.
By doing it, by celebrating the Passover.
Con.
By acknowledging. How you acknowledge it is by being a part of the Passover, by celebrating it, by acknowledging that it still matters today, by participating in whatever way you can. So Christians don't understand the Bible because they don't know about the Passover. And they call themselves Christians. Christians are followers of Christ. Am I correct?
Con out of one.
So Christ followed and observed and did the Passover. Just like in Luke 2 and 41. Get that one real quick. I don't need that one. Yeah, you need.
Salakia, I'm there, sir.
Go ahead and read it.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 2, verse 41.
Mm-hmm.
Now his parents went to Jerusalem every year at the feast of the Passover.
At the feast of the what?
At the feast of the Passover.
Okay, go ahead.
Verse 42. And when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast.
It's showing you that Yahawashah been participating in the Passover since he was born. He was 12 years old going to Jerusalem for the Passover. He never not attended the Passover from his youth till he was a grown man. Why was he doing that? Leviticus chapter 23. What's the thing that I come to do away with the law? Matthew 5:17.
So, like
We
you say,
can.
you say
Leviticus
Leviticus what?
chapter 23 and 4.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 4. These are the feasts of the Lord, even holy convocation, which ye shall proclaim in their season.
And you shall proclaim in your season. Go ahead.
Verse 5. In the 14th day of the first month, at even is the Lord's Passover.
The what?
Salakia. In the 14th day of the first month, at even is the Lord's Passover.
Is the Lord's Passover. Holy convocations that you shall proclaim in their season. This is a law that the Lord said that we should do.
If I could,
Go ahead.
just to mention, like it's at the first month.
Mm.
For all you New Year's celebrators out there.
Yeah, right. So the Lord is saying the children of Israel need to proclaim these high holy days. The first one is the Passover. The first month.
A
Do
bill.
the Passover. Why is Christ celebrating the Passover? Because it's a law. Now, Matthew 5:17. Because this is showing you that the Christian church know nothing of the Bible because they don't follow the laws of the Most High, but Christ do. So how can you be a follower of Christ and not follow the laws? Because Christ followed the laws to the T. So much to the T that he was called perfect because he understood them and he did them. Then after this, you know what I'm saying, so we can get into the story of the Passover.
Okay, John.
If you choose it, or if
Yeah.
not reason you want to break it down.
All right.
Salakia, sir.
Okay. Go ahead.
You said 5 and 17, right?
Yeah, Matthew 5:17.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 17. Think not that I am come to destroy the law
Think not that I come to destroy the law. Go ahead.
or the prophets.
Or the prophets. Think not that I come to destroy anything that Moses said, that Isaiah, Ezekiel, like none of the prophets. Think not that I come to do my own thing or do something totally different. Just like Nathaniel said, we found him who the scriptures and the prophets spake of. They spoke of Yahweh Shah. So Yahweh Shah didn't come to do nothing against what was supposed to be foretold. Because it spoke about his coming. Go ahead.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
I didn't come to destroy but fulfill. So by him observing and doing the Passover, that's him fulfilling the law. That's why he was made perfect. That's why he observed the Passover from birth. Since it said since he was 12 years old, he was attending the Passover.
So look,
Go ahead.
if I may, right? Yeah,
Hmm.
that's something strange to me. Because if Christians believe the law is done away with, then how is Christ perfect? Like, what standard made him perfect? Doesn't the law make you perfect? If the law is done away with, then how could he have been perfect?
And that's a good question. That goes to say that they don't um they don't believe that Christ was a human being. They don't believe that he was born like his brethren, like in Hebrews say. They don't believe that Mary and Joseph are his real biological parents. They believe that he's a spiritual being from the seed of the Most High. Like the Most High went against his own. Like this is the thing that you got to understand too. You mean to tell me that the Most High would take another man's wife, or somebody that was betrothed to another brother?
Right.
He would go against his own word.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He would go against everything that he told us to do just to. I know the
Right.
Lord do what he wanted, but
Yeah. All right.
like
Yeah.
that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? That don't make no sense. So Christians don't understand the Bible. They don't understand that Christ was made just like me and you. So they
Salakia, sir.
yeah, 1 second. So they feel like Christ is a supernatural being. That's the only way that he can follow all these laws and commandments to the T. You got to be supernatural because we can't do it. That's the excuse that they want to give to not do it. They want to give every excuse to not be perfect like Christ told us to. Christ ain't gonna tell us to be something that he know is impossible. So like go ahead.
The crazy part is, how can they go around it when Genesis talks about the creation of everything?
Expound on that. What you mean? What you mean by that?
Like I heard, if I heard you right, um, they think that Yahweh came from a spirit, like you said, right,
Mm-hmm.
rather than from man. But man was created in Genesis, correct? Or am I wrong?
Right. We were created. Everything started in creation in Genesis. You correct.
So, so if God formed everything and created everything, it's like, how could they even think that?
Because Jesus is an exception in the Christian world. Like everything was made the same, but Jesus Christ, because he walked on water, he raised the dead, he let the blind to see. He did all these miracles. Can't no human being, no regular man, do these miracles in their eye in Christianity. He was dead and he rose, so they feel like ain't no way a regular man can be that powerful or have that much, you know what I'm saying, power and gifts from the Lord if he's not, you know what I'm saying, of the Lord literally.
Yeah. It make it seem like keeping God's laws is supernatural.
Right, right. So, and they don't understand the prophecies, like, you know what I'm saying, or what go on in these things that all the prophecies and the prophets spoke about Christ. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get into the Passover, and read a little bit about the Passover as we always do around this time.
Yeah, yeah. The wonderful time of the year. Like Trooper Kawatham read earlier in Leviticus 23 and 4, saying how it's a commandment from God, for us to observe the Passover, right? And it mentions the time period and once we must celebrate this day, right? It says the first month, right? The 14th day on the first month. Passover falls on springtime every year, right? So that's to tell you the beginning of the year falls in spring, right? The first month of the year falls in spring. Nature tells you when the new year starts. All right. So this is like kind of not only a celebration of freedom and liberation, but it's also like a new year for us, a new beginning, a new process for us. All right. For me, every year I count new for me is Passover.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like if I could make it to fuck making it to January 1st. If I make it to Passover, I made it another year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's it. You know what I'm saying?
That's our brothers count how many years they done been in the truth.
True, right.
About
Yeah.
Passover too, sir. So I know I do. I was like, damn, my first Passover was. And then I just count on from there. So
No, you're exactly right. You know what I mean? So this is what we observe this time of the year, and we don't celebrate nothing else. All right. So we about to explain the story behind it in Exodus. What you got there, one?
I'm starting chapter 11, like leading up to
it.
Or for time's sake, should I start at 12?
Oh yeah, you can start at 12. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you want to them the best?
Yeah. You can select them.
Okay. So we're gonna start at Exodus chapter 12. You know what I'm saying? This is just like a recap. Well, not a recap, but just a long story short. This is after that Moses uh um got us out of the land of Egypt. That when he killed the firstborn and liberated us from our oppressors. This is right after that. So the book of Exodus, chapter 12, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, This month shall be unto you the beginning of months.
The what?
The beginning of months.
Like we just explained. All right, this is the beginning. This is when the year starts. All right, read on.
And it shall be the first month of the year.
It's going to be in the first month of the year. All right, that should let you know when the year starts. Read on.
Speak ye unto all the congregation of Israel, saying, In the 10th day of this month, they shall take to them every man a lamb.
A lamb, right? This is a lamb slaughter comes from, right? Read on.
According to the house of their fathers, a lamb for an house. And if the household be too little for the lamb, let him and his neighbor next unto his house take it according to the number of the souls.
Right. So the souls is talking about persons, people. Right. This is saying get as much land that you're able to get for the household. Right. Read on.
Every man according to his eating shall make your account for the lamb.
Like numbering how much brothers get lamb. That's basically what they do. They dividing it amongst the brothers, right? Read on.
Your lamb shall be without blemish.
This is the type of lamb that you're going to get. Read on.
A male of the first year.
Right. A lamb without blemish, male of the first year, a young lamb. Right. Read on.
Ye shall take it out from the sheep or from the goats. And ye shall keep it up until the 14th day of the same month. And the whole assembly of the congregation of Israel shall kill it in the evening.
Right. They're going to do what?
Kill it in the evening.
All right. Kill it in the evening. If you ever wonder why we go out there and slaughter lamb, right? Because this is what we do. This is part of the practice of Passover, right? Instead of relying on the oppressor to go to his grocery stores for us to celebrate Passover, we try to get a little sense of independence, right? This is how it's going to be when we have our own land. You dig what I'm saying? Like brothers going to have farms, they're going to have sheep, they're going to have lamb, right? And brothers going to be able to know how to butcher that lamb.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what we do now here in captivity, right? Under the European man rule, we go out and get lamb, slaughter it, and set fire to it so we can eat it for Passover. so we can get a little sense of independence. So we can know as black men how it feels like to catch our prey, catch our food, cook it, and feed ourselves with it. You know what I mean? Read on.
Right. Verse 7.
And anything you want to add.
No, come on. Verse 7. And they shall take of the blood and strike it on the two side posts and on the upper door posts of the houses wherein they shall eat it.
Right. So this is when we was getting ready for the death angel to pass through Egypt. Right. Y'all familiar with the 10 plagues of Egypt?
Con.
Right.
Oh
The 10
God.
plagues. Right. What was the final plague?
Salakia, sir.
I know you know Officer No One, y'all. Let me give it to Trooper Kawatham.
Yeah.
All right.
Was it well
Salaki.
Nah, you good.
Salaki.
Go ahead, Kawatham.
was it the locust?
Not really, not really.
Oh, that was
Was it the locust? What was the final play? You want to give it to him, No One, y'all?
Was it the firstborn of the
That
children and the cattle?
there you go. The death of every firstborn living creature. Right? That was the final plague, right? And we're preparing. This what we're reading about right now is the moment prior to that. Right? We're preparing ourselves for the Lord to get ready to slaughter every firstborn Egyptian living creature. Right? And how he done it was by bringing a angel to pass over Egypt. Right? That's hence the reason why we got Passover. You know what I'm saying? You get an angel to pass over Egypt and skip us. Right? It passes over us. You know what I'm saying? We good. As long as we do what Moses is commanding us to do. And what the first thing that Moses commanded us is to get some lamb, get the blood, and put it on your doorpost. Right? So when this death angel comes, well, we about to read why I put the blood on the doorpost, right? Read on.
verse 8. And they shall eat the flesh in that night, roast with fire and unleavened bread, with an bitter herb they shall eat it.
Right. This is part of the food, the traditional food that we eat during Passover. You have your lamb, unleavened bread, and bitter herbs. That's what we're gonna eat on April 4th. Right? Read on.
Come, verse 9. Eat not of it raw, nor sodden it at all with water, but roast with fire.
You're supposed to do what?
Roast with fire.
Put it on the grill, all right? Or put it in the oven, whatever you're able to do. Right? We don't pan fry the lamb, right? Even God is so meticulous, right? He's even particular on how we cook the lamb.
Right.
Right? We don't just prepare it any way we want to. We don't saute it. We don't pan fry it. We put fire to it because it's a commandment. Right? Read on.
Come. His head with his legs, and with his puritance thereof. And ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning.
Right, you're going to eat it all. Read on.
And that which remaineth of it until morning ye shall burn with fire. And thus, you shall eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet.
You should do what?
Thus you shall eat of it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet.
Why is that? All right. Does it say on there? If you
come. And your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste. It is the Lord's Passover.
Right. Why are we eating this in haste?
Verse 12. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn of the land of Egypt, both man and beast. And against all the gods of Egypt, I will execute judgment. I am the Lord.
Damn. That's the Lord. That's the God that we serve. You know what I'm saying? It was ready to go at that time.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, get ready to go.
Right.
What I'm about to do, y'all about to get mass deported out of this land. They're going to kick you out. So get prepared. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about to pass it. Go ahead, also do it, y'all.
If I may, sir, like what's so heavy about this? With us killing the lamb and putting put the blood on our doorposts so that we would be saved. And like when I read Revelation and how it say Jesus Christ is the lamb that was slain, I'm thinking of it as, like how the lamb in those days saved us from being unalive, from our firstborn being unalive. Now Jesus Christ being slain is what saved us from death. When we
Damn
come
right.
through Christ and come into the truth, now the Passover is about Christ because now he's the lamb that is slain. And
Mm-hmm.
he's the one that is now we are saved through him and not saved through the lamb that we used to be saved through. It's like,
Damn right. You're the other hand. Point. You know what I mean? Right. That's what Passover is all about. You know what I mean? This is why Moses commanded us to put the blood on the doorpost. You know what I mean? Because the Lord was getting ready to bring his death angel through to kill every firstborn living creature in Egypt. But in order for us to not be part of the casualties, right, we had to put the blood on the doorpost. Right? That lamb was a seal of protection from that death angel. And like also Nawan Yala said, Christ is that lamb. You know what I mean? Christ represents that lamb, and he's our seal of protection. Right? As long as we follow what he tells us to do, we gonna be saved at the end when God gets ready to judge this earth. The same way we were listening to Moses, and I'm pretty sure, right? Knowing niggas, you know what I mean? Knowing black people, pretty sure there was people like, why the hell we put the blood on the doorpost? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, it's about being obedient. You know what I mean? It's about following commandments, following orders, who the Lord chose and and ordained to lead the nation. This is who we must follow. You know what I'm saying? And Christ is our representation of that. You have to be obedient to Christ and not do what you want to do. Not celebrate Easter, not celebrate the New Year's, not celebrate Christmas, but celebrate what he commanded us to celebrate. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Like, we're supposed to be keeping the Passover. Right. Right, go ahead. I feel like you say if I melee, what you're saying is heavy. Like, why wouldn't you want to remember the day that, your ancestors were saved by the Lord? That your ancestors were, protected when the Lord came through smashing that city. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like you say, like I bet people like, why the hell we doing this? Why are we doing this for? We're gonna do it, but why the hell we doing it for? When that morning came and they heard all that mourning and the whole cry of Egypt go up, they were thankful. Mm-hmm. Right. You know what I mean? It makes sense. That's why, the Lord said, nigga, have your shoes on, your staff, and be ready to go. Because when the morning come, and they find out that their children are dead and everything, or the firstborn are dead, they're gonna be ready to kick y'all out ASAP. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to go. Right. Y'all can't linger. You ain't got time to gather up nothing. Mm-hmm. So like that kind, we gonna have to get up out of there, and that spirit is still prevalent today. Right? Read that part one more time where it says, "In haste to have the shoes on your feet." Oh, come on, sir. Verse 11, the end. Your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand, and you shall eat it in haste, and it shall be the Lord, and it is the Lord's Passover. Right. And that same type of vibe is still relevant today. Think about it. Every time we get prepared for Passover, don't we feel like a sense of urgency? Mm-hmm. Tell me not. You know what I mean? Because the whole spirit behind Passover, it takes a dedication. It takes you being devoted. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know when the Lord might do the same thing today, and we're gonna have to just get up and stop whatever we're doing in the moment and get to it and get up out of here. You dig what I'm saying? Like, not all the times is like, all right, we gotta prepare for this and get this together. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to be ready to go and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's what a soldier does. You dig what I'm saying? And this is what we do every single year, right? With that same sense of urgency. You know what I mean? We stop whatever we got going on and make haste to the Passover. right? As it was commanded us to do. Because Passover, it takes sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It don't, it takes that dedication in order for you to make it to Passover. Brothers got a label for it. They call it the Passover demon. You know what I'm saying? Like, as listeners, brother, I let brothers have their fun, you know what I mean? But yeah, you know what I mean? That's what they labeled it as, Passover demon. You know what I mean? Because there's always something that's trying to hinder you from keeping the Lord's Passover.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Satan is on his job and making sure that you don't keep the Lord's Passover. You know what I mean? But you have to fight for it. You have to fight for the Passover. The same way our ancestors fought for it. You know what I mean? Like they had to have their staffs, their sandals, clothes, eating quickly because they had to get up out of there. Put the blood on the doorpost, all of that. You know what I mean? Following orders. You know what I mean? Fighting for the Passover to make sure they got freedom. All right.
Yeah. Verse 12, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night and will smite all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt I will execute judgment. I am the Lord. And the blood shall be to you for a token upon the house where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt.
Right. The Lord passed over us because we was obedient to what Moses told us to do. Right. Read on.
And this day shall be unto you for a memorial.
For what?
For a memorial.
This is what we remembering. Right. Our freedom is what we remembering. Read on.
And ye shall keep it a feast to the Lord throughout your generation.
Throughout when?
Your generation.
Throughout your generations. Till this day, we are supposed to be keeping Passover. All right, read on.
Ye shall keep it a feast by an ordinance forever.
Forever. Not when you feel like it, but forever. Right? This is our tradition. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is our heritage we read about, our culture. Like, tell me that this is what empowers us. This is how we're supposed to be empowered as a people. But the oppressors stripped us from knowing this. You know what I mean? Like, we following what they gave us. And they gave us the slop. They gave us paganism. They gave us vanity. You know what I mean? This is something that actually means something.
Right, sir.
You know what I mean? Because a nigga can relate to this.
Yeah, and if I may, sir, like, why wouldn't you want to remember when the Lord had favor with you? That gives you a sense of hope.
Right.
Like our ancestors, when they was in that cotton field before they got really destroyed, they will remember this. They remember when the Lord brought them out of our people out of the land of Egypt, swing those sweet chariot coming to bring them home. Like they would say, they would give them hope. That's how they survived them first 200-300 years of slavery.
Right.
Until, they was utterly destroyed in the mind and the body. You feel me? Until, what I mean by saying destroyed is like when the oppressor did so much horrific things to them and stripped them of their knowledge, like you said. But this is a simple sense of hope, knowing that the Lord gonna do it again. Since the whole earth forgot what he done in Egypt, he's gonna do it again.
Right. Damn right, brother. Damn right. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what we hope for today. While I was walking up here, they was doing a protest out here. I don't know if you noticed. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of white people with picket signs out here. You know what I'm saying? Talking about no war and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what we hope for right now. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is us to be able to be free from this oppressive land, right? America just denied acknowledging the transatlantic slave trade as the gravest crime against humanity. How many of y'all heard about that?
I heard a little bit about it, but I didn't know exactly what they were speaking on. I know that they were saying something about it, but I didn't follow up on it too much. But that's ridiculous.
Right. Go ahead. Nah, yeah, you got it.
That's them trying to cover up their crimes, because if they acknowledge the transatlantic slave trade. Then they acknowledge all the atrocities and all the other things that came behind it.
Exactly. Yep. You know what I'm
Like
saying? And which is gonna push them to find a resolution to it. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing America don't want to do.
Right.
Right? Only 3 nations denied it. Can we guess who? Can y'all guess who? What 3 nations denied it?
denied it as in what? As like
Go ahead.
saying it is the greatest crime.
Like, can't he?
So like you saying denied it as saying it is the greatest crime.
Why is it?
I don't know. Why is he make?
Hold on. You can say that again. Also, no one y'all are you speaking?
Yeah, cover. I said you saying
Yeah,
denied it.
yeah, go back out.
Salakia Abasatawashab. Abasatawanyala.
You
You can hear me? Okay, yeah, you can hear me.
y'all muted.
You can hear us?
Yeah, cover.
Khan out of
All
one.
right. All right, my bad. I don't know something was going on. But nah, my fault. Go whoever was speaking, you can go ahead again.
No, I was saying you saying denied it as saying like these three countries saying that it was the greatest crime
That it wasn't.
or it
That it
wasn't.
wasn't. Yeah.
Probably America,
Uh-huh.
Israel, and UK or something.
That was close. That's a good. That's a great. But you didn't even guess. You know what I'm saying? America, Israel, and Argentina.
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 Yeah, which is little Israel. Argentina is very racist. Yeah, God.
Argentina, like the
South
face,
America, yeah, South
like
America.
our folks.
Yeah. You know who runs that joint. It's definitely not our folks, man.
Oh,
God. But yeah, you know what I mean? But
I'm thinking Argentina. Oh, okay. I'm thinking about Venezuela. I don't know why I'm thinking.
yeah, nah, God. Them three is the one that denied acknowledging that the transatlantic slave trade was the worst crime in humanity in all human history.
So like,
Go ahead.
so is the Spaniards running Argentina? Like the Spaniards from Europe, mostly predominant over there. Like
Yeah,
who's running Argentina?
there's a yeah, the woman, I think the president that runs it right now is like very leftist. Like he like
I thought he was an Arab.
Argentina, South America.
Right.
Yeah, the South America.
Yeah, I thought. So like, if I thought one of them countries had elected a Arab president over there.
Uh, nah,
No, no.
yeah. Are you talking about Argentina? You might want to look it up. Yeah,
Uh,
look it up. Yeah, but yeah,
nah, I
they're
can't. It's just a go up one.
nah. You just act don't yeah. But yeah, they run. I mean, Jewish people run the whole earth. You know what I'm saying? So
Like it's,
regardless if it's Israelite or not, it's Jewish people that run that job. Go ahead.
and if I may, that's
Mm-hmm.
because that shame against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. That's
Mm-hmm.
what that is right there. Like they denying it because if they don't deny it, everybody will see the shame in America. Everybody will
Right.
see how wrong they is. Everybody's seeing it right now. Like
Right.
the whole earth is opening up and saying the things that we've been saying for years.
Mm.
Saying that the Jews in Israel isn't the real Jews. They don't have no genealogy that date back 2,000 years ago. Everybody is saying these things. They Zionists and all this going against the Israelis. But when we was saying it, we was getting ostracized in public, and spit on and things like that. And that's just the man of sin being revealed.
Oh,
Salaki.
that's right on point. Let's get it. Let's get Second Thessalonians.
Come, come.
Yeah, let's get it. Son, man of sin being revealed, because that's spot on, brother. You know what I mean? Like, and we bringing all of this out in relevance to Passover because this is what we hope for today. You know what I mean? We hope to be free from America. You know what I'm saying? Which has oppressed blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Right? And not only just in America, but all the countries of the earth have benefited off of slavery. This is why they all agreed that it was the gravest crime in the human history. You understand what I'm saying? But now we fighting to be free. Who's the president?
Some kid named Xavier.
Yeah.
Xavier.
Yeah. So yeah, and he's very, very like right wing, like you know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, you know, we don't run nothing. Even if it's in South America, North America, we don't run nothing. But whoever got that Second Thessalonians.
I got it. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now we beseech you, brethren, by the coming of our Lord Jesus Christ, and by our gathering together unto him,
Mm-hmm.
that ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as that day of Christ is at hand.
All right, the day of Christ is at
Let no
hand.
man
Uh-huh.
come. Let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first.
Right, falling away first, right? People falling out and being revealed to who the devil is, and most people is gonna be able to survive until the end. Like a lot of our people, you got our people that's joining this ICE department, you know what I mean, and trying to fight for the oppressor. They gotta fall away too as well. Right? Read on.
And that man of sin be revealed.
And that who?
Man of sin be revealed.
Right, that's the times that we in right now.
Mm-hmm.
The oppressor is being revealed for the man that he's actually is.
Right.
Right? And what he is the man of sin.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like Austin the one y'all said, back then we used to get, you know, heavily ridiculed for saying the stuff that we saying today. And now it's like spread so far throughout the internet, everybody is saying exactly what we've been saying for years.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
So I can say even the white people.
Even white people, right? God. Even white people
They
say,
can even you ask
God.
like, you think the white man is the devil about yes. Listen,
Right.
yeah, they sick of Trump shit.
God, for G shit. Nah, real talk, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they all even acknowledging what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, because this is
Like,
what the Bible been prophesying, and it's finally coming to pass. Read on.
come. The son of perdition.
The son of what?
Perdition.
Read on.
Who
Like,
who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God.
Right. That's what the oppressor does. This is why you have image of Caesar Borgia. Because he's trying to portray himself like he is God. You know what I mean? But thanks be the Lord, the existence of the ISUPK, you know what I mean? We've been bringing out on who he really is. Who's that perdition?
I might spell it wrong. Did I
Yeah.
spell it wrong?
Mm-hmm.
That's prediction.
Mm-hmm.
What is
Perdition means destruction. Right? He's set for destruction.
okay?
You know what I mean? Son of perdition.
Prediction.
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? This is what the white man is set for. You know what I mean? The Lord is going to get rid of him because he's been the wicked beast of this earth. All right, so that's all. You can drop that.
Right.
Go ahead.
If I may real quick, sir,
Mhm.
just like in Isaiah, when it speaks about that tender and delicate whore. Like America, not so tender and delicate anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like
All right.
everybody is now realizing and seeing. Like when you, like how Kanat said, even the Edomites is seeing it. Like you'll
Mm-hmm.
see Edomites on YouTube, on Instagram. Oh, our children gonna die in this war and this that. They don't have enough faith in America military might anymore. They don't think America is as strong as it was anymore,
Right.
because now that tender and delicate whore is being brought down to the dust, like it says in Isaiah. It's like,
Mm-hmm. Exactly that, brother. Exactly that. You know what I mean? And this is what we pray to get free from. Like this country is being ran by literal devils. That's it right there. Yeah. This nation is literally being ran by Satan worshipers. You know what I'm saying? Like we've been saying the white man is the devil for years, right? 1969. Since 1969. Now they finally got these files that came out called Epstein's files, proving that the white man is the devil. Eating babies and sacrificing their bodies to Baal. That's what they've been doing the whole time. And we've been telling you this the whole time. You read the files? A little bit of it. Yeah. How you where you find it? You can find it. Just type it in. They got it on the government website. Good. Mm-hmm. On Google. Yep. Damn. Yeah. So, like, if I may, that's how you know that this house is divided. Like, they putting all the tools to destroy one of their own because they know that he is so evil that he's handing out evil towards his own people. Like it was cool when it was just against the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? They was with it. It wasn't no protesting. It wasn't none of that going on. But once that white lady got killed by ICE, once things started reflecting on them, now they want to stand up and fight against, fight against their king, their leader. You know what I mean? Like right. They not so together because now they got all these differences because he's putting his own people to the slaughter too, along with the nation of people that they hate. Like right. This hate is supposed to be for the blacks, the Spicks and the savages, not for us. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So like, nah, damn right, man, damn right. But I do want to let's get 2 Corinthians. Is it chapter 6? How long you got this room for? Be honest with you, sir, I thought I had it till 2:00, but they ain't came and said nothing. Oh, what time you got it? it's 2:00 now. Hey, we gonna rock out till they come take them. Let me get. Hey, unless I got it for. Hold on, let me see. Let's see. I can check right. Let me get 2 Corinthians. Ooh, is it chapter 2? What it says, purge out 11. Huh?
you talking about with the new one?
Now purge out the old leaven. It says 2 Corinthians. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, come. I get it.
All right. You know what I'm saying? What time it ends?
Where's I got it, sir.
All right.
1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 7.
Okay, 1 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7.
Come.
All right, you got it, Warren.
Come. Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump.
Right. Start me at verse 6, Baba Kasha.
Come. Verse 6. Your glorying is not good. Know ye not that a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump?
Right. Now, after Passover, what we have is called the Feast of Unleavened Bread. Right. Passover day is technically is when that feast begins. Right. Because once the sun goes down after Passover, then we go straight into the Feast of Unleavened Bread. But even on Passover night, we are not commanded to eat unleavened bread. Y'all dig what I'm saying? So what's important is before we make this voyage out to Houston, make sure that you rid your house of all leaven. Right? If you don't know what leaven is yeast or anything that makes bread rise. Right? There's different names for it today. Yeah, I got a list. Like they got sodium bicarbonate and different type of names that they put in dough to make it rise. You know what I mean? But in the general term will be just yeast. Right. So if you have bread that you own in your house, you want to discard that before you come to Houston. You dig what I'm saying?
Go.
Right. Make sure you purge all that leaven out of your house. Now, what we're reading about right now is the spiritual meaning behind that.
Right.
Right. Don't you know a little bit of leaven leavens the whole lump? Right. That little leaven represents what?
It's like you.
Like, go ahead.
Any kind of unrighteousness.
There you go.
Yeah, evilness.
Right. Any type of wickedness, unrighteousness, you know what I'm saying? And that lump will be you. Right. But if you add a little bit of leaven and a little bit of yeast, right, to that dough, right, is going to what? Rise.
So like you,
Right. So
sir.
spiritually speaking, it's saying don't be puffed up by what? Don't let what rise?
Unrighteousness.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Your unrighteousness, right? Don't be puffed up and glorifying and thinking that you're all righteous with God when deep down you have a little bit of leaven in you. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all with me?
So that makes
Go.
sense. Because
Mm-hmm.
if I may,
Mm-hmm.
like, what I was gonna say is like, you thinking you done made it. You thinking that you're holier than thou because you showed up at the Passover. You showed up for a Feast of Unleavened Bread. You show up every Saturday. But there's a little leverage in you.
Mm-hmm.
There's a little bit of unrighteousness or a little bit of you know what I'm saying, something that's not right that you probably need to work on before you can present yourself as unleavened bread with no leaven in you, like with no unrighteousness or wicked things or within yourself. You must examine yourself to make sure.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, that there's nothing like that can hinder, you know what I'm saying, hinder you from being the whole person that you're supposed to be.
Right. Damn
So
right.
that
Like
makes sense. I like you.
Con. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of leaven can hinder you. You know what I mean? So this is what we're reading about right now, right? Read on.
go. Verse 7. Purge out therefore the old leaven. You can hear me?
Where you at? 4 and what, sir? 7. 4 and 7.
5 and 7.
You can't hear me?
Why is it not working?
Can you hear me now?
There?
Come. You
You
can't
hear
hear
me?
me? I can hear you. You can't hear me?
You there?
Come. Trooper, can you hear me? Hello?
There you go. I don't know why this StreamYard acting up, but can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
All right. So yeah, continue on verse 7.
Come. Verse 7. Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Christ our Passover is sacrificed for us.
Right. Christ is what?
Our Passover for even Christ our Passover is sacrificed for us.
I think when you put yours on, that's what happened.
So I'm gonna just. Can y'all hear us?
Yes, cousin. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm up there right now. I'm up there now. Can y'all hear us?
Yeah, they hear
So,
us. It's just not coming through the speaker. All right, how about now? So no one y'all. Can you say something?
Shalom, Lord Christ.
Yeah, I don't know.
Lord Christ.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
I made it out.
Wait, so none of y'all can hear me. You lagging, trooper.
Say it again.
You said you could hear me?
Khan out of one.
Oh, okay.
I guess they having a problem on their end.
How about now?
Lord Christ.
Khan.
We good to go?
Khan out of one.
No.
Good to go, sir.
Okay, perfect. All right, read verse 7 one more time. This is gonna be the last verse.
Khan. 1 Corinthians 5:7. Purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Christ our Passover is sacrificed for us.
All right. I remember what I mentioned. Make sure you want to get the leaven out of your house, and make sure you get the leavening out of your spirit as well, too. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be coming to Passover having an art with somebody and feeling like this is your opportunity to express it. You either go there with all of your issues and problems and you get a little bit of wine in you, and now you want to explode at the Passover and throw a fit and make a scene. Passover is not about you. It's not about your problems. It's not about your issues. It's not about your feelings on things. This is not what Passover is about. We celebrating what our King Yahushua did for us. Right? Read on.
Verse 8. Therefore let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
Right. You know what I mean? When we keep Passover, this is what we're supposed to be in the spirit in. You know what I mean? The spirit of sincerity and truth. Don't be having the spirit of malice and wickedness in you. Whatever is deep down in you, right? That little bit of leaven will eventually expand in you and it will be revealed on exactly who you are, right? You want to
Like
purge yourself of these things each year. Purge yourself of these things, man. You know what I mean? Each year I like to challenge myself after FISA dedication, no liquor. I'm training for the rest 4 months until Passover comes. To make sure I purge myself whatever nonsense I may have got going on. You dig what I'm saying? So by the time I come to Passover, I'm good to go. Right? You want to make sure you keep yourself under that subjection. Keep yourself disciplined. Keep yourself sharp. Keep yourself sound on everything you was taught in the ISUBK. And the one thing we was taught is not to be emotional. You dig what I'm saying? So, so don't make sure coming to Passover, You don't come there with the spirit of strife, spirit of wickedness, whatever that may be hindering you. You know what I'm saying? Get rid of that so that way you can be unleavened and ready to celebrate Passover for our King Yahushua. So with that, man, anything you want to add?
Nah, see you niggas at Passover. Like,
Hey, still
Lord
like it.
alive, man. See
Go ahead.
y'all at Passover.
Go ahead, Austin the one, y'all.
I just want to say, like in verse 6, where it say that little leavening make the whole lump rise. That made me think about these fake Israelites and their groups, because they broke off from us from a little thing and ran totally off.
Right.
Like that's what that made me think about. That's all.
Nah, 100%. 100%. You know, the littlest thing can grow into something big. Go ahead, Trooper Kawathon.
I don't want to sound illiterate, but I got a question because I saw it on I'm gonna say like on social media with stuff pertaining to the Passover. I'm just curious to know what he mean when he say no ice at the Passover.
No ice agents.
I got you.
It's gonna be a safe space for blacks, Hispanics, West Indians, wherever you at, to come through and celebrate the Lord's Passover. You know what I mean?
Okay. I
That's
just
what we
saw him
gonna.
throwing ice. I just saw him throwing ice out of the cups and so forth and so on, saying no ice at the Passover.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be safe for us. You dig what I'm saying?
Con.
Damn right.
Is there anything else?
Love.
Now with that, we're gonna end the class, y'all. The water for tuning in, man. The water for everybody that was online. You know what I'm saying? The water, the Officer Noan Yala, Trooper Kawatham, Trooper Tazarak, you know what I'm saying? Everybody else that was on this joint. Lord allow, man, we'll see y'all at Passover, man. So next time we see y'all, man, we'll be celebrating the Lord's Passover in Houston, Texas.
So lucky.
Go ahead.
Y'all flying?
We'll discuss that offline.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get on spirit, man. We got the spirit of the Lord down there.
All right. See you in Houston.
Yeah, you flying down there too?
Nah.
You driving?
Yeah.
Oh, you on old school.
Yeah, come.
Oh, you riding with the brothers out to Kazakh and them?
Nah, we were the shop. Man.
Oh, out in the shot in Rakabi?
Yeah, come.
All right, well, we'll see you.
Yeah, man. Still there?
Yeah, cuz, sir.
Yeah, I don't know. The service here sucks, but I'm gonna go ahead and clip this. All right, Warrior?
All right, sir. Shalom. Y'all about to thumb.
Hey, shalom, yom.
No, yeah,